Okay. All right, you're back with Auntie. Kirsten Langston. Intuitive. Reluctant intuitive, but totally willing YouTube star. I'm back here with a few more viewer requests. I do take requests, so if you have a subject you want me to read on. Lately it's been politics, but I can read on anything. So even if it's more esoteric or spiritual, real estate, stock market, economy, any kind of thing you want me to read on. If you have a request, you let me know. Other countries, I'm in America, but I can read on the fate of other countries. I'm going to do a couple of requests. I'm trying to squeeze them all in so you don't have to wait weeks and weeks to see your requested video. If you have a request, please leave it for me in the comments or find me on social media or email me. I'm getting them every which way I can, so I look at all my stuff, so I'll find it anywhere you leave it for me. Today's first viewer request reading comes from Ellen J, who wants to know about Hillary and Comey. Okay, so Hillary is obviously, she's coming through stronger. She's a stronger personality, so let's read on her first. Scorpio, by the way. She is a fellow Scorpio like me. She doesn't quit. She doesn't know how. She is absurdly tenacious. To the point where, you know, everybody's going, Hill, we need you to chill out. And she's like, no. You know, fuck off. That's the first thing I'm getting from her. The second thing I'm getting from her is she gets people on an individual level really, really well. I mean, I think she's probably a little bit intuitive. She gets people. If she's talking to people, if she's talking to you, she gets you. She can size people up and she knows what they want. But when it comes to people at large or groups at large, she can't read them. Not really well. Or if she does, it's like there's still a disconnect for her. She fights to the end. These are her cards. She's got wands. She's got conflict and victory. She's getting fighter cards, 7 of Wands too, so she doesn't give up. She does not fuck around, this lady. And I'm not saying she's going to run for president again, because I think she's like, you know what? Fuck that. She doesn't want to quit. She is a little bit power hungry, but you know what? Scorpio isn't. We want to rule the world. She's power hungry for sure. She likes it. Because I can't say that she's ambitious. She is, but that's not what's coming through. It's she enjoys having power. She enjoys it. She enjoys wielding it. She enjoys also putting people in their place. If she can put you where she thinks you need to be, she's going to do it. Woman is insanely strong. Everybody says she's super shady. Is Hillary Clinton shady? I don't think she's shady in that she would try to personally benefit from anything that she's doing. But she can be shady in order to get what she wants. She likes to win. In that respect, here she is. Very nice. Good cards. In that respect, is she shady? She's going to do what it takes for her to get what she wants. It's not the same sort of shady like Trump is shady. Like Trump is like, I will make money off everything. He's going to benefit himself. She's shady in the way where it's like, if I need to manipulate you, if I need to bring up shit that's going to embarrass you, you know, whatever I need to do to get what I want politically, I'm going to do it. I will run the fuck over you. She's ruthless. It's really balanced with this this compassionate side. She has a soft spot for kids. She has a soft spot for women. I feel like she doesn't like animals too much, but soft spot for kids, soft spot for women. She is very complex. She is a very complex woman. She likes the underdog, but also if she's in what she perceives as a battle with someone and they are the underdog, she'll step right over them. People that need help, people that come to her for like, you know, whatever it is, she loves that. She loves to do shit like that. She likes to help people. She likes to get her cape on. She likes to do that. That is her jam. It makes her feel really good about herself. On the other hand, though, if she is in a battle with someone, or what she perceives to be a battle, or she has something to gain or lose from an interaction with this person, and they are clearly the underdog, she will crush them. I know you're going, oh, she's lies, she's a liar. I don't get that from her. I just don't. I think that she swims in shades of gray. There are things she knows that you will never know, that no one will ever know. She keeps shit locked up tight. I think it's very frustrating for her because she's incredibly intelligent. I don't get the sense that she is Barack Obama, oh my God, where did you come from, intelligent. She doesn't have that kind of intelligence, but she's the woman. She knows she's smarter than every man in the room, and she wants what she wants. So let's look at James Comey. Just came out. I just read, I want to say yesterday or today in the paper. I read it on fucking Facebook. Comey tried to release something on the Trump-Russia situation, and the White House told him no. And you know, it's interesting to me because why is it only now coming out that he tried to release something? You know, way back in the day. Why is it now? I mean, this is during the election. He tried to release this information and the White House told him no. So why is that only coming out now? It is goddamn March. These cards are sharp. Comey, he shows up in his own reading. He shows up at the root of the reading. So here he is. He's a government man. This is your government card. He is a career government guy. He goes by the rules. He goes by the book. He is a procedural guy. There are things that he's missing because he's a procedural guy. There are things that he doesn't see that would help him, but he doesn't see them. He's a bureaucrat. He goes by the numbers. He goes by this fits in this slot and this fits in this slot and this doesn't fit anywhere, so we're going to throw it out. I almost wonder if he's going to say, F this, I'm out of here. Don't get the sense that he's shady or that he's a liar or that he did any of this stuff on purpose. It just feels like he's a bumbler. And I don't think that he's normally a bumbler, but I think for whatever reason, the fates decided you're going to fuck this up. Because he did. He screwed it up. And I think he screwed it up because he was trying to go by the numbers. And he didn't listen to his own gut. Does he out to get Hillary? No. No. This man was just trying to do his job, and he failed to see everything. Well, he's depressed. I think he's really depressed. He kind of doesn't get it. Why is everybody bagging on me? I'm just doing my job. And he's he feels very sincere. He doesn't feel like a bad person. I don't sense like horrible negative energy on him. He didn't do any of this stuff on purpose. He wasn't out to get her. He's not out to get anybody. He's just trying to do his job. That's what I keep getting from him. I'm just trying to do my job. He feels excessive pride in doing his job very well. That's his jam. That's what gets him off. He's not biased. He's not incompetent, but for some reason, he was a bumbler on this one. I don't know why. He failed to see the larger picture because he was busy filling in the dots and filling in the blanks, and he didn't have a whole picture yet. He's really upset because all these people have this impression that he doesn't know what he's doing now. He is good at his job, normally. Yeah, not a bad guy. Not a bad guy. Not in collusion with Russia or collusion with Trump there. I don't sense there's any ties there. And he's a soldier. If ever there was a John Wayne stereotype, it's this guy. The next request is a reading on Devin Nunes. Is it Nunes? I want to call him Nunes because I'm Portuguese. The first thing I get is Lackey. This reading was requested by Toya M. I feel like maybe he's like, I'm not going to say that. This isn't exactly a family show with my potty mouth and all, but let's just say I'm picking up some weird sex stuff. I'm not going to say it because it's not really not appropriate, and there's no way I can say it without being inappropriate, so we're going to leave it there. Super duper emo. I wonder what his sign is. Yeah, Lackey. He's a lackey. You got mama issues. I can tell you that. Okay, so these are definitely his cards. We got him. We got him nailed, baby. He's definitely getting, I'm super emo because he's got King of Cups in the moon, so he's definitely super emo. He's getting the Nine of Swords, so he's a little bit freaked. He's really good at self-deluding, so he's deluding himself a little bit because I think he thinks, oh, everything's going to go away and everything's going to be fine. His home environment, Knight of Wands. To me, this is him. He's a kid. He feels like a kid. I don't know how old he is, but he feels like he's a kid in a room full of adults. So he doesn't feel like he has any power. He doesn't feel like he has any control. It's all, and I think part of it too is he's kind of going, this is out of my hands. And I wonder in a way if it is out of his hands because when I look at him, I see two people. I see two people behind him, two males behind him. So there are two men behind him that are kind of pushing him. He gets Justice and the Hierophant, which means what he's attempting to do will be thwarted. Independent committee will come to pass, but I think it's going to take a while. Just keep getting that Lackey. He's a bitch baby. He's going to do what he's told. Okay, I know this is like mean, but I feel like he goes home and cries. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I feel like he's just like, oh God, like he's in the shower crying. Not cocky, he's not confident. Feels like he either has two men advising him or just flat out telling him what to do, and these are the people he's listening to because he doesn't have an inner compass. He just doesn't have it. And that's across the board. I don't mean a moral compass. I just mean like he doesn't really know his ass from a hole in the ground. I don't know how he got this job. I know I said that about Paul Ryan. I don't know how you got this job. He doesn't feel like he's qualified for what he's doing. It feels like he's way in over his head, and I think he knows it. And that's kind of, he's panicking. But I think, you know what? I think he has a life where he's always been told what to do, and I think it probably started with the mother, and that's why I'm picking up mother issues. It's going to end up being scapegoated, I think. They're going to say, yep, throw him to the wolves. Throw him to the wolves. I think we're going to have an independent committee. Probably after this Mercury retrograde. I don't think it's coming anytime soon. But we're getting the Ace of Wands when I ask about it, and we're getting the Three of Cups. So to me that says, yes, you're going to get it. But that's in the future. Now you've got the Five of Swords in your home environment. So people are actively working to stop this, to stall it, to make it go away. But I don't think it's going to happen. You're also getting Temperance. It's going to be slow to happen, and it's going to be slow to get everything out. I've read on this Russia situation before, and I said it's going to be like a bomb that just keeps exploding over and over and over again. And every time you think you're done, you're not done. This man is going to be disgraced. Nunes. I think he's going to be disgraced. I hope that answers your question, Ellen. My next question comes from Facebook, from Fulvia. Beautiful name. I don't know why I have to say it in an accent. Fulvia. But anyway, what will happen with Mike Pence? And is he worse than Trump? Mike Pence is a repressed homosexual. You heard it here first. I don't think you need to be psychic to know that. Either he's gay and he's afraid that he's gay, or he's just flat out, there's something happened in his past that made him afraid of gay people. But I mean, these issues for him go deep, very, very deep. That's the first thing that jumped out. He's no fool. He's biding his time. He gets the Temperance card right on top of him. And he can put in work, this guy. This guy can put in work. He can wait. He can wait, and he can wait, and he can wait, and he can wait. He has infinite patience, this man. He's also getting the Death card. Anybody that's been following me for a while, you know that when I read on Trump and the Trump administration, I always get the Death card, and here it is again. So does this mean that the whole administration is scrapped? Does this mean Trump is impeached and so Pence steps up? I don't know. Mike Pence will bide his time, and he got the Ten of Wands, which is called the burden, so he'll carry it. He'll carry it. Now, is he worse? I suppose that's a very relative question. Is he worse than Donald Trump? I think it depends on your opinion. So let's just see what kind of president he would be. Honestly, if this man becomes president, it wouldn't be for very long. And again, it's not super duper clear. What I'm seeing is his time in the White House is short. So either that's his time now, or that's his time as president. But either way, it's short. Okay, so this man always thinks he's right. He can't admit that he's wrong. Yeah, he's always got to be right. And not only that, not only does he have to be right, he believes he is right. Nobody can tell this man any different. He's smart, but not like super smart, not hyper intelligent, smart enough. You know what he's really good at is policy. Understanding it and crafting it and sneaking things in there. See if he would be, what kind of president would he be? Guys, I got the Death card again. So check this out. Again, I wish I could get more information on it, and I can't. We'll show you the Death card, but we're not going to give you any more than that. And maybe there are other people out there that have more information than I do, and they can see exactly what this death is. I know it's the end of the Trump administration, but as far as I don't know how. See if he will be president. I feel sorry for him. Doesn't look like it. There is a disaster, though. Okay, so this is very interesting. In the past, we have Donald Trump. So I ask, is he going to be president? We have Donald Trump in his past. Then on top of him, I have the Hermit. So I'm going to say no, based on this, and based on the cards below him. And then this shows him walking away. Does he walk away into a presidency? I don't think so, because the next cards are really weird. In his home environment, you have the Tower. So yes, some kind of something is going to happen with this administration. The cards are far too clear for it. I get the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going, okay, so do we have a female president? So I just want to look at who is the next president after Donald Trump. Getting female. Let's see if the cards agree. I keep seeing Elizabeth Warren. I think she makes it in that White House. I'm not sure she makes it as president because I'm not sure that's a job she wants. Well, my cards are very much, fuck you, we're not telling. But guess what came out? Again, the Death card. Every time I ask about this presidency. We've got one more reading to go for our viewer request. This is from Jenny, who contacted me via email, who actually sent me a great email about an article she read about Steve Bannon. Basically said he did say that he was he's from a poor family and his father was a blue-collar worker and he lost all his money. So she sent me this great email saying, hey, your reading was right. So thanks for that, Jenny. And here is your question. She wants me to look at Ivanka and Donald's relationship. So I get the sense Ivanka takes care of Donald, and that's the reason she's there, and that she was not close with him. She is the jewel in his crown for sure. I don't believe they were close until he started needing her help and until he was able to see her as a commodity. And I think she did The Apprentice with him. Look, she got daddy issues. What'd I tell you? I read on her before, and I know that her daddy issues have come through. Don't mistake me here. Don't get it twisted. I am absolutely in no way saying that there is any sort of incestuous relationship going on between these two, because there isn't. But there is a quality of a spousal thing to it. There's a quality like that to it. And I think it's because she takes care of him, because his wife is not taking care of him. His wife does not give two shits about him. She sort of fills this sort of wifely kind of role for him. I think her entire childhood was, she was, he would trot her out. And look, she's pretty. But that was it. He had no interest in her. He had no interest in her life. He didn't give a shit. The relationship now feels to me like she has more of the upper hand. And there is a feeling within her like, I want to take care of my dad. She loves this man. But it's sort of a sad love. And that comes through in her cards, because she gets these cards. She gets sadness and heartbreak. So it's a sad love. And I think that's part of her motivation, is I want to take care of him. The other part is power. She wants power. She likes it. Not as much as Hill, but she likes it. Part of it is that, yeah, they have this really bizarre sort of marriage in a way. And again, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying anything gross is going on. This is not flowers in the attic. She takes care of him. And I don't think he ever took care of her. I don't think she was ever, Dad, I had a nightmare. It wasn't that kind of a relationship. And she knows that it's missing. She knows that it's not right. She knows that it's different from other people and other daughter-father stuff. And she's just kind of like, she's dealing with the hand she was dealt. He is just incapable of viewing people as anything other than commodities. He can't value himself. He doesn't value other people. I know that you would think somebody with such an inflated ego places enormous value on themselves, but that's not true. Deep down, they don't know how to value themselves. That's why they have to have their ego pumped up so much. Everything's a commodity to him, and so is she. She's worried about him because she's getting the 9 of Swords. I'm getting the King of Cups, and he's behind it. The King of Cups I definitely read is, okay, he's loopy. And she gets the Empress, so she's like mothering him, and then she gets the 8 of Swords, which is, she doesn't really have a choice. In her home environment, we have the Emperor, which is daddy again. So the daddy issues are definitely showing up. It's devoid of emotion. She's got the 8 of Cups. So I think on his part, it's just not there. And she likes to win. She likes to win. And she likes to have his praise. She really enjoys it. A little girl part of her that's still, this is my daddy. That's true. And I think he treated her like shit as a child. So their relationship, and I am obviously leaving out all sorts of political everything, because I think there's stuff going on, there's deals being made, there's business happening. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their emotional father-daughter relationship, and this is what it's like. And yeah, in a way, she has stepped into the Melania role, because he needs a woman. Trump always needs a woman. He always needs a woman. I'm not just talking about somebody to have sex with. He needs a woman figure in his life, whether that is his mother or one of his wives or now his daughter. He needs it. He functions better with it. She sees it as she is fulfilling her role as a daughter. She's being a good daughter. She's also getting the Hierophant, which can indicate a marriage. So yeah, I think that there is a marriage situation like taking place. Oh boy. Now we get the Emperor. We're getting the Emperor here. And then guess what we're getting is the outcome. Death. Again, I read on Trump, I get death. I don't know what's going to happen. But this is now, I don't know, just within this session, what is this, the 4th time this has happened? And then the outcome is King of Swords. The outcome is Kushner. The outcome is Kushner. Well, it could also be Mike Pence, to be honest, because he comes up as King of Swords too. So there you go, Jenny. And thank you, everybody, so very much for all your suggestions. Please keep sending them to me. I love it. And it doesn't have to be political. I can read on whatever you want. And also, I want to let everybody know that if you want me to read on something personal, what I'm going to do is, if you send me an email or a message on Facebook, asking me a question, a personal question for you, whether it's about love, money, a job, what have you, I will be answering those questions on my YouTube channel. So give me your question, and then give me whatever name you want me to use, whether it's your real name or it's a code name or whatever. Give me that, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be hooking up with my friend Jessica, and we are going to be reading on these things together. And basically, you're getting a free reading out of me. 2 readings for the price of free. I hope everybody's doing well. If you enjoyed my video, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit me up on any of the social media. Everything's in the box below. I hope everybody's well. Have a good day.